Hey everybody, the greatest goblin that ever lived is here to give you another back issue review here on my main channel. Now I know I've called this show the back issue block or the back issue blog. I have decided I'm calling this my back issue review. That's what I'm going to call the show from now on. It just seems more fitting, the back issue review. And I got 3 books to review here on the back issue review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. I got one from Marvel or Icon, and I got 2 from DC. So we're going to start off with the Marvel, the Icon book, if you will. We're going to start off with Kick-Ass 3, issue number 3. Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. I still love this creative team. Now, if you've been following me here lately, when I reviewed Kick-Ass 3 issues 1 and 2, you would know that I was not really that impressed with the first 2 issues of this series. I really wasn't. I mean, it just wasn't up to par with the previous 2 series. Hell, it wasn't even on par with the Hit Girl series. But with that being said, this particular issue actually wasn't that bad. I mean, this really wasn't that bad. You know, I got the gist of one of the plot points just from looking at the cover. You know, Hit Girl basically running the prison, and that's no exaggeration. That's literally one of the plots in this issue. Is Hit Girl is in jail. I believe this issue said she's 13 years old. She's a 13-year-old girl in a maximum security prison. Yeah, and go. But she is running the prison. She has taken control of all the gangs there, and she has made it no secret that she's going to run this place her way. She doesn't want any drug dealers, child molesters. She doesn't want any drug smugglers or anything like that. You know, some cigarettes and some beer, that's fine. Or some comic books, or in her case, some Hello Kitty cards, because we all have our vices, bitch. But she makes it perfectly clear in her own unique way, don't fuck with her. And I love how much she has complete control in this place. I'm like, these gangs and these prisoners, you don't actually see it, but you get the gist of it, and that's pretty much all you need. This prison fears her. And, considering how ruthless and how aggressive she is, and considering how bloodthirsty she can get, you kind of understand that. And I'm talking about a 13-year-old girl in prison. The other plot point focuses on Kick-Ass. First of all, he's out on a date, and he does something that in my opinion, that was incredibly stupid, but I won't give that away. And him and Justice Forever decide to try and, hit the motherfucker's family, where it hurts and everything like that. But, shit goes wrong, and they have to, go with the contingency plans that they had thought out. Overall, this issue was a very solid read. I actually did enjoy it. This was much better than issues 1 and 2 were, in my opinion. But I don't honestly think that this is going to be the best series out of the Kick-Ass line. I still think Kick-Ass 1 is the best one. But for what this was, it was pretty good, and I did enjoy it. Alright, moving along, we're going to DC. We got Black Manta number 1, or it is Aquaman number 23.1. This is Black Manta number 1. Oh my god, this was really good. Was it perfect? No, it was not perfect. Now, the creative team behind this is Jeff Johns and Tony Bedard. They did the plot. Tony Bedard did the writing, and you got Claude St. Aubin on the pencils and inks. And I probably butchered the artist's name, and I apologize if I did. But what this issue basically is how Black Manta got out of jail, how he was summoned by the crime syndicate in Forever Evil number 1. Because if you read Forever Evil number 1, you saw that Black Manta got there and he got Aquaman's trident. The beginning of this issue explains how that happened. Now, there's something I have to nitpick about in this issue. I have to. Who the hell drew Gorilla Grodd? Really? Who drew Gorilla Grodd? They even mention it's Grodd in his short and simple little argument or misunderstanding with Deathstroke. Who the hell thought this was a good idea to make Grodd look completely different than what he's been looking like so far in the New 52? Whatever. But there is a thing here. Amanda Waller is visiting Black Manta in prison. She actually asks him to join the Suicide Squad. And he's like, no, I just want to kill Aquaman. And she's like, okay, what are you going to do then? Say you do kill Aquaman. Then what? And, Black Manta understands, and he hears this, but when he gets summoned to the secret society meeting by the crime syndicate, they make the announcement that the Justice League is dead, and somebody says, hey Manta, did you hear that? Aquaman's dead. So what does Black Manta do? I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it, even though this book's a little bit old. I'm still not going to ruin the ending. The ending I thought was actually pretty good because I didn't know what to think. I mean, where are they going to go with this? Now, as far as Black Manta is concerned, I'm interested. But that still doesn't mean I'm going to buy Forever Evil because I just don't want to. I'll read it, but I ain't going to buy it. This was actually pretty good. A little better than I thought it was going to be, even though it wasn't what I expected. Still, good read, good artwork. The writing was good, and I loved the twist in the end. It was really, really well done. I know a lot of people say that I shit on Jeff Johns a lot, but I'll give him and Tony Bedard credit. This was actually pretty good. All right, we're going to end this back issue review with Relic number 1. It is Green Lantern 23.1. Relic number 1. Now, this was good. I mean, this was really good. After reading this, now I am invested in this character. This was incredible. We get to see what it turns out the lanterns with the rings were not the original wielders of the emotional light spectrum. Neither were the Guardians. This shows us the true original holders of the emotional light spectrum. And they even say them differently. Instead of red rage, instead of orange avarice, they describe them differently, but it's basically the same thing. Violet passion, red fury, orange gluttony, yellow terror, blue faith, indigo empathy, and green resolve. It's basically the same thing as what we know now, but it's just described differently, and I thought that was very well done. And instead of rings, they have actual weapons that channel the light spectrum, that actually channel the light. And you get to see, civilizations were run basically on this light spectrum. It's like some of them use constructs like some of the Lantern Corps do now. Some of them use their powers for healing. They were actually, according to this book, there were actually civilizations and cities built specifically just out of this light energy. And considering what this character went through in this particular timeline, consider what he went through, you can kind of understand what he means by, the light wielders of today, the ones that we see now in the lanterns. You can really understand his gripe saying that the light wielders are just wasting this energy, or they're depending way too much on it. He believes he's doing what he's doing for the right reasons. He doesn't come off as a actual villain. I think it's your basic science versus faith kind of story, sort of. But for the most part, this was really good, and I am really solidly interested in this character. This was a hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Let me give credit to who did this. Robert Venditti did the writing, and Rags Morales did the artwork. That alone right there should tell you that this was good. But yeah, if there's a villain's one-shot that I would recommend truly, that I didn't think was going to be that good, it turned out to be pretty damn awesome, it's this book right here. Relic #1. Fucking fantastic. I loved it. Well, that's all I got for this back issue review, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and my Blugoblin X channel. Don't forget about my friends at Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. My bro, my friend, the Mount Vernon Kid. Mark and Chloe at Fast Stacker Comics, Deadpoolzilla, Brandon Hex. My family at Arkham Comics, my girlfriend Jennifer. I love you, baby. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later.